All right, that does it. 7:30, January 10th, 2023. I pledge allegiance of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, everyone. Full house today.
Must be in a different room. I said I must be in a different room.
Hey. Gilman. Present. Dudek. Here. Christie here. Duncan.
Here.
And Berenger, all present. Look at that, we're filling up today. Oh. All right, comments from the community for items not on the agenda. If someone online wants to speak, raise your hand. Anybody in the audience want to speak? No? Oh. All right. Yep, looks like nobody wants to talk right now, so we'll move on. Communications, we got our Comcast notice again. I gotta say, they write a lot.
They're either raising the bill or taking away.
Right. Usually taking something on. Okay, approval of the agenda.
We just need to scratch C, a new business. I just figured we would do the budget amendments right when we do the check register. That's what I meant when I wrote that in
Where
Bruce.
is it at? On new business?
Yep, yep,
C?
yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented,
As amended.
as amended.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Okay. Approval of minutes from December 13th, 2022. I have a few, it's like, grammatical, corrections. So on the first page, where the line, if you like, I don't know, about 10.
When was
10 lines
made?
down, where it says starts with supervisor on that line.
Okay.
It should be struck from when all the way through Calic.
Oh, so the whole part.
Okay.
Okay.
The next page. Fifth line, almost at the end, is supposed to say of. Sixth line where it says December is supposed to say January. Then in the second paragraph. The end of the second sentence is supposed to be they. The first word of the next sentence is would.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that one too. Is it in the part you fixed? Oh, yeah, they, where he started fixing it right on the second
Yep,
line.
they and then would.
And then,
Okay, show me where.
right here,
Oh, okay.
they, okay. Wood, one
And
L.
then the end of that paragraph, separation is spelled wrong.
Separation. Oh, separation, separation. How is it supposed to be spelled?
It's a
Separation,
separation
separation, okay.
on page.
Now you're just showing off. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, what next?
On page 5, the top sentence, Peelman should be bold.
Alright, gold. Okay.
And Hold on. All right, the three lines up from the bottom on page 5, the possibility of should be crossed off also.
Wait, so you want the possibility of to be crossed off?
The possibility of is all struck through,
Oh, you wanted that struck through, not bolded?
correct?
Okay,
Oh, well, then, yeah, that would.
okay.
That just makes it read right,
About fraud, okay.
and that's all I got.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes with the changes.
I'll support. Hey, Dudek,
Yes.
Christie, yes. Duncan,
Yes.
Berenger,
No.
and Kilman.
Yes.
Okay, treasurer report. Want to ask some questions here. If my head's in budget mode.
Yep.
All right, account balance report for Columbus Township. On the parks where it says 107,880,
Mhm.
is that not counting ARPA funds or is that counting ARPA
The
funds?
ARPA funds,
Are
as
separate, correct?
ARPA funds are considered revenue once we spend it.
Okay.
So right now, it's in this little floating thing. We can only put that in there. So you know it's not doing it unless only all the expenses that we already used
Okay,
would have been in there. And it like zeroes out, you know what I
so we
mean?
have
So,
200 in ARPA left.
yeah, whatever I showed you guys
And not
last month,
counting this 107.
correct.
This is the grant money.
Yeah, so once we use
That's what we
it, then we
finished.
throw it in and then it zeroes
So
out.
Are we done collecting them?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, and then the parks fund too
All right.
is closed now since we got our last grant. fund.
Then my next question is 40,323 in the garbage collection account. So we made no deposits yet?
I made a deposit, one deposit.
And is that counted in this 40,000?
Let me see. No, it should be, yeah, because I think I saw it on the garbage right here. Let me see. Yep, I did make a deposit. Yep.
So,
So it's just for the first 2 weeks of taxes. I'm gonna do it 2 times a month.
okay,
You know, once I get the, you know, sometimes it may be one, it carries over, but
so does this mean that we would not have had enough in there to finish paying the year, or is this working out correctly?
well, it's around 18,000, right? A bill and everything's actually would have been enough for
So-
2 more.
At December 31st, it had almost 20,000 left. So that's been riding pretty good, right?
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
The garbage fees did go up,
Cause yeah,
starting January 1st.
Right.
Yep.
And
and they start off already.
But,
Yeah,
but you accounted for that in December taxes.
yep. I always do the new fee schedule.
All right, I just, so on the next one, it says treasurer report for Columbus. Equipment for supervisor says -185.
That means you went
That
over.
means I went over.
Yeah,
the
it looks
2,000.
negative,
So
you
what-
know, it's just how the
So-
performance, but it's over that amount.
So what all, how did it end up being met?
You
for
had
our-
that new laptop,
And then the part that
and
goes,
then that other thing you had to get, there was something.
Right, but how much was the laptop? Wasn't it only like 1,100 or something? And then and the other little piece, the drive was $100. Or maybe 120. I'm just wondering how it got that.
I would have to look. Cause it doesn't separate it.
Well, you don't have to find it this minute, but.
I can
oh,
start it.
if you
I can start it. Yep, it's very easy too.
All right, let me keep looking here.
Yep, yep.
All right, and then in Township Hall, under contractual. I don't understand what happened there. We budgeted 4,500, but we're negative 9255. So really, we spent 15,000. Does that sound right?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just doing that. Okay, contractual, okay. So I'll have to look at my report too, thanks, so hold on.
So the computer upgrades. IT, right?
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Cause I'm
that wouldn't be the hall. We would do that under general.
I'm getting ready to do budget and then I'm thinking.
There's only really
I
money
gotta
we
get- I
spent
gotta try and
towards
figure in my head.
the hall was the gutters, correct?
Some stuff could be like a one time, you know,
Others would be charged
hold on, I
to the
gotta
hall.
do my code.
Right.
7.
So that could be part of it too.
Excuse me, what'd you say?
And remember.
Oh,
But we did make a budget adjustment
We
and it wouldn't
did.
have gone under contractual. That wouldn't have at least. Da-da-da. Okay, am I going to my reports? Hmm. All right, so the first one you asked was supervisor, right?
Right.
Okay, so let's go to that one first. There was something to VC3, so it was the IT right thing. Of 1435. That must have been your laptop, possibly.
okay, that could have been the laptop.
And then there was something for $750. So I don't know if that
Oh,
was,
so I know what that was.
That was that external thing.
That was a external switch that's in your room, so that wouldn't necessarily be me.
I
okay,
thought we thought you said you had to get that because your laptop was always being considered the enemy. And
Oh.
that's why you put it on there so that it wouldn't.
No, that switch allows you, it has the VPN capability.
and so it's not specifically for you, it's for everybody?
It's
We
not-
thought it was just being.
But you can leave it under there, that's fine if you leave it.
Because
under
I thought
there.
it was we thought it was you, by the way.
I'm using it and there's one more license with it, but just incidentally, since we're talking about that, High Tech was telling me that that's a crummy switch anyhow. I know we paid them $700 for it or something. But and they're saying that it shouldn't be only 2 licenses either on.
Oh, really?
one of them.
Okay, so that's what
So
that
it's
was
not-
for.
But when we get to that part, I'll show you, there's all kind of issues that we got, and if you look through that
Yes.
report at all.
Yeah.
All right, so
So that's that one.
there's
okay.
that one. All right, just so I understand.
All right, and then, so the next one was a contractual
The
for
contractual under Township Hall.
Township Hall.
And then my other one is just a question on foundations at the graveyard. Did we pay out
Yeah,
almost $3,000 in
They just-
foundations?
they just don't, you just don't see it when
And if we paid out that much, how come we get that much? I mean, there should have been a lot of funerals for that.
there
The
was a,
foundation is different than.
Isn't that the
burials.
foundations for what they put the
It's
headstone
just the
on?
headstone, yeah.
But don't they pour a long run?
Depends on what kind of stone they
Or were
get.
they just putting in extra ones?
No, it's just whoever orders a headstone, they put a foundation in there.
So there may have been a bunch of people that were
There
already
were
buried.
several, they were already in there. Some of those
They
people.
pour a whole row.
A couple years ago.
Okay, okay, well then that makes sense.
the gutters were put in there, but then it was taken out because it was in the wrong account. Why does it show that? Oh, so,
It's just a huge difference.
yeah, no, so that was the one. So it wasn't there initially, but then it was taken out. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything besides the gutters that really messed it up at first. Let me see, there was some
Oh,
8,000 at the beginning.
was that stuff we had to pay Tony? Did we put that under there maybe? Because remember, he moved the shed and,
$700.
yeah.
Yeah, only seems, a current one was
And the
364.
tree,
It's like 9,000 short.
and the tree we had to take down.
Yeah, Guardian Alarm.
The trees on the park.
The auditor
No,
made
no.
an adjustment.
Oh,
I
that
think.
one
Back
tree,
here.
that was 1,500,
Yeah. And Tony was what, 720?
7.25.
Superior Heating, that was in there. Brady's Business, Guardian Alarm. That doesn't show anything there. Nothing there.
Have we got a bill from Superior recently?
Did we get the bill?
Good, because that, they
Yeah.
still don't have that.
While you're talking about that, is there, can they check the vents? Mike told me about a month or so ago that every time the furnace turned on, he started coughing. He actually put a cover over the vent by his desk. And now it's happening to me. I go home and I'm fine. I'm in here and I'm in my office and I'm wondering if that ductwork is just full of junk.
Has it ever been cleaned?
Never.
We changed the filter,
Yeah.
but yeah, no.
And remember
Yeah.
them sanding all these floors?
And we have a maintenance program with those guys, don't we?
Yeah, but I don't know if that counts.
Don't cover that.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, but you think about it, how many
Much.
times these floors
It's-
got sanded and replaced and.
it's
all
been a
that?
long time that
Yeah.
since that happened, though, but I mean, there could be a bunch of dust bunnies in the
It's just-
ductwork.
He kept saying, he said, every time it turns on, that's when he starts, and now I noticed that it's happening to me, and then I got home last night, and I was fine. So.
But I just wanted to bring up, it's been a month or better that they still can't fix that one furnace.
I
And I
think
don't
Mike-
want to be charged $1 million
Right.
bucks by the time they do get.
Hurt or something, is that what he told me?
Yeah, and then they finally came with it and it's wrong part.
Oh, he didn't tell me that.
I'm thinking that it's still the gutters because I'm looking at the adjustment I made and I think I may
So-
have switched
So
it.
maybe. in there
Because it's
twice.
very, I'm learning a lot about the debits
So
and the credits and
expense might be
everything.
in there
So
twice.
I'm thinking it's in there twice by it because it should have been a credit and not a debit right here. So I need to
Okay.
fix it.
Well, you'll look into
So I went to fix it and apparently I just did the double, so. 9/1/22.
And then my last question. On the tax, bank statement. What is a miscellaneous debit?
Oh, for taxes?
Does miscellaneous debit $825?
Oh, that one's gonna be, they deposited the wrong tax into our account at the bank.
And then they took it back.
Yep, so you'll see up higher, there was another, the same amount, so it was a wash.
Okay, that's all the questions I
Yep.
got.
I'll make a motion. Oh, it's-
But no, I think it is a double for the gutter. So actually, it's gonna be about 11,000 higher in there. So that's my fault.
But you'll
On there.
verify it and let me know.
I will let you know, and I'll point it out at the next meeting too.
All
So
right,
we
cool.
can make sure it's all good.
All right. Berenger motion. I support. Hey, Keelan. Yes. Dudek,
Yes.
Berenger,
Yeah.
Duncan,
Yes.
Christie, yes. Check pool register. I have some questions here also. So first, we got the Kelly Tim bill and we got the selection source bill. Can we just save them till last month or do we need, I mean, is there any reason we would have to make a special motion to pay?
The election source, that one is the budget adjustment.
Yeah. No, the Kelly
So-
Tim one just came and I said the
This
same
is a
thing.
budget, this is a budget.
Yeah, I had those together, so
Yeah.
it's, even though they're different amounts, the budget is just over, like, I think
So we don't,
$400.
we already paid this,
It's in, no, we didn't pay it,
so we have to
because,
pay it.
because we had to make the budget
Yeah,
adjustment.
that's.
Okay,
that
so,
Yeah.
and then there's this one.
Yeah,
And then
I
there's
said-
that one, I didn't know what, I just
So
gave
can we
that
just
to you.
pay both these next month? I mean, there's no hurry, right?
Well, as long as she makes the budget adjustment, that's what we have to approve.
Yes, as long as the budget
Yeah.
adjustments made for
And
this
my
one, I
feeling
think
with
we're
that
just
Kelly
for
Kim
400.
So did you want to do that right now before we get into this?
That's why I thought during check register, I thought we talked about
All
that
right,
last month
all right.
about
Well,
kind
then
of
let-
doing it together, you know,
All
so.
right, well, then, you guys decide what you want, but my opinion would be throw these in with next month's bill.
Okay, as long as the adjustment's made, because then
Yeah,
we just can't add it.
yeah.
It comes
So
with
go
it.
ahead and bring up your adjustment.
So yeah, the last, it was at the end, you would have seen the adjustment. It was just taking 400 out of the repairs and maintenance for roads and
Okay.
bridges, and then putting it into repairs and maintenance for election.
It's gonna be way back in your package.
Yeah, it's at the very end. It looks like this. So,
It's at the very end.
Oh, okay.
yeah, at the very back of your, I think it's the last paper possibly. Yep.
It is.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yep. So it just shows us like the tentative, it's not inputted, it's just like, and then I approve it after, I input it after we approve
So you're
it.
just moving $400?
Yep, so that's all we were actually, it was only like 390, or something like that, so I did 400, so. But then pretty much anything she does, or anything else, like lingering expenses
Hopefully everything.
for election, we'll do budget adjustments for. Because pretty much she's even then, so,
For what now? Say that again.
like, this is pretty much even for the budget, so if she gets some more lingering bills from the election, not that she doesn't know there is any, but.
I think I-
I'm just
I
saying,
can
we'll have to make a
accept it.
budget adjustment, so,
But there's still like 1,100 or something in.
no, there's not.
There's not?
No, that's why we had to make the adjustment for 400. Because if you look at the new expense one, you'd have to look at the expense paper, for the second report that I give you guys.
So it's not on this paperwork.
It's not in there because if it's over budget, we can't enter it, so.
Did I just pull?
So what is this, a month old? Why does it not show?
So if you see right here, it shows that we budgeted 15,800 and there's only 15,197.45. So that's actually 600 and then the bill's like 990. So
Say it again.
see the budget for the new expense when it shows that we budgeted 15,800 and the year-to-date balance is 15,197.5.
Oh, I don't, where are you seeing that?
It's a new expense one. So you're looking at, it's the second report that I gave you guys. It shows the new expense for the check register. It's page 2 of the new expense. So new expense on the top, yeah. I know there's a lot of pages for the reports.
The new expense is what's happened since this
It's the check register.
added in, it's the check
Yes.
register added into the treasurer report.
Correct, yes. So
Okay,
the treasury report's only as of 12/31. This one's as of 1/31, so it's having all the checks in it, so you can kind of see where we're
All
at
right.
budget related.
I see, okay.
So we should just pull this election source out of the packet. Because I'm not gonna pay this till next.
Okay, but yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Okay, so that's where you want to put the $400
Mhm.
and then that's gonna be hunky
Yep.
dory.
Yep. Because if you see 15,800 compared to 15,197, that's like $600 and the bill's $990. So I need about 390. I did 400.
Understood.
Okay.
All right, so we make a motion on that.
Make a motion to do a budget adjustment. Taking 400 from roads for repairs and maintenance and add to 400 to repairs and maintenance in elections. And then you'll give me the scale numbers.
400 from roads maintenance
Yeah, the repairs and maintenance part.
to elections, right?
Yep.
Did someone second that?
No,
I'll second. Budget adjustment.
Any discussion there? All right, Christie, yes. Dudek,
Yes.
Duncan,
Yes.
Gilman,
Yes.
Berenger.
Yes.
Okay. So. This election source, we're gonna pay next month's bills, right?
Right,
What about Kelly Tim?
right. I just got it yesterday.
So next.
Yeah, it's free money for that,
Free money for her.
for her, yeah. It just irritates me.
Well, it irritates me because.
Christine was there and she said, this is crazy because Bill does it from Macomb County for free.
Yeah.
So now the checks register.
Okay.
Did you have any more questions on the check register?
Yep.
You do, okay.
All right, see what this one is. Let me find it. Okay. There's an EFT, the very first one, 2978. But the way you got it figured here, you scratched that out and wrote 29.
I know, this has been
So what?
ongoing. I paid 2904.
Oh, so there's gonna be a different figure on the bottom
It
then.
says you paid 2978,
I know.
so that's not correct.
That was actually voided
Yeah,
yesterday. And then it was changed
yeah, to the right amount.
to 2904.
Avoid that one.
Yep, it was actually voided and changed to number 33, actually.
So it's like 70, we should have that figure memorized, Phoebe.
All right.
So but it's still electronic.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, and this one is gonna be 2904.58.
58,
That's gonna change the bottom line.
right,
Okay.
70 some dollars. What was it?
I know, right?
How many-
And then I just want to bring up again that, again, we're not using time cards for board review people at work, and it's policy to use time cards. Then next, Action Homesteaders. Why did we give them money back?
That was a refund for permits.
Yeah, why?
Apparently they went to pull a permit and then they wanted somebody else to pull the permit.
No,
So
what
I thought-
happened was they pulled the permit when they went.
Oh,
to
they
go near
sold
the
it or
house,
something?
The
Yeah.
trailer park had sold that.
Yeah, they
lot to
sold it,
somebody
yeah.
else.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense. All right, the next one is Comcast bill. Let me find that. There's an issue there.
So it's $70.20
Yeah. So instead of
minus 70.20.
706.
But you have to minus from the
Minus.
87,939. But the other thing has the void checks involved.
Yeah, but here's the total disbursements, 87,060.
But does it add in those void?
Yeah, because it says 2 voided checks.
Why would
It subtracts it. It's not.
Oh, it subtracts.
Subtracting it.
Oh, yeah, duh.
And then
Yep, I
we
see
need
that.
to
Okay.
Subtract how much?
$70.20. Yeah,
70 and 20,
yep, 70.20.
so the figure is 86990.
So the correct amount will be on next check register?
No,
or is
we're
this
gonna-
reading correct?
We're gonna get the correct answer here in a minute.
Wait, 2978, oh, maybe I did it wrong. Hold on. Apparently I'm not,
It's gonna be 74.
it is 74. You're right. I just got it the second time it's 74.
7446.
It's like 4 pages of the Comcast.
Okay, so on Comcast,
2978.78 minus.
why did we only pay half the bill?
We paid it. They said they didn't get it, and then Phoebe checked and the check had been cashed already.
And so the $10, are we asking for that back?
Mike called. Was that the one Mike called?
This says late charge, and I know that this is a.
No, Mike called
And we had
and
a
even
$10
on the
credit.
machine, they said, sorry, it's taking so long for us to process
Yeah.
payments and everything, because it was
So are they?
during Christmas time.
$10 credit. on
Yes,
that.
and there was a $10 credit.
Because they
even
were
said-
telling them they're.
And so the 213 is not really owed?
No, Cause that 203.93, remember, I mailed that check on like November 27th or 28th, and they didn't cash it till like December 17th or 18th. It was a long time.
Long time.
Okay,
yeah.
and number 73. Verizon, why is there an unpaid balance of $5?
I think that was a late fee that I didn't realize was on there. So I paid it this time, that 100, because usually it's 90 some.
Okay, and then my last one is 26,000. It's which one, number 58, it's number 3840 is the check number. It's to the St. Clair County Road Commission, 26,898.66. That's one you're gonna send in for
Already
our
copied it.
reimbursement, correct?
Yeah, for the whatever they, yep,
All
already
right, good.
copied it.
So now, you've been keeping track of that. How much are we allowed to get reimbursed?
What was it, like 78,000?
I'm thinking it was like
85,
85,000.
85, I knew it was somewhere, and I have it all added up, but I don't think it's up to that amount yet.
Right. so
Are
what-
we done with the palms? Is
Yes,
it done?
Yes.
So is only that much money then? Okay,
No, we can ask for more because when we did the.
plus that, but
we
I,
did-
just because we budgeted, it said 50,000, but then we only spent that much money, like a
Right.
few thousand more. That's why I was like, is there
Both
more?
those bills, the Frith Road culvert and the Palms culvert were less than.
There were way,
than
okay.
we asked for.
Then, yeah, I even have all the culverts too. I have a
But-
few extra culvert bills just to make
So-
sure that we equal that
That's
amount.
what I'm gonna say, is
Mhm.
send some more of them in
Yep.
and collect all that money
Yep,
back.
I'll add them all together and see, because that was my question, is are we having another palm? So we're not. So yep, I can add everything together
Yeah, add
and,
it all up for
Yep.
ditching or whatever, because we made sure in our motion that it
Yep.
covered other stuff.
okay, cool.
And then get the rest of that money
Yeah, let's get that moolah.
from them.
Nice. Do you know who I contact? Just the road commission in general,
Um,
or is there a certain?
Carrie Hepty,
Okay.
is that correct?
Sorry, I'm terrible with names.
I think that's her name,
Okay, so I'll just go and call and see them.
but she's the one that I had to sign the paper with.
Okay.
All right, anybody else got any questions? We voted on them.
For border review, you mentioned time cards.
Yep,
We've never done that in the past. We did where the assessor kept track.
I know that.
Yeah, so you want that to change now, because I don't think they knew, at the time.
No, and
Well, I don't know if they did or not, but we
Yeah.
did make a policy that everybody uses time
Okay.
cards that is hourly and so.
Because sometimes it was kind of schmoozed, so that's why they did, okay, this is how long the meeting is, blah, 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 and that's why the assessor did it, So,
well, it'll just have to be, they'll have to make them punch in and punch out as soon as they're done, because
Okay.
sometimes they talk about other stuff and.
Yeah,
and that's the thing, yeah, so that's why we just kind of stuck it to, to the assessor, just stuff like
So
that.
Christine.
So we can let an assessing know that they gotta
I
do
just
that now.
want, I just want everybody to have to do the same thing.
So the adjusted total is 86,000,
All right,
86,000,
986
986.
and 19 cents.
we're up to date on trash payments, right?
Yes.
So we're not lagging a month anymore, we're
Nope.
right there.
Yeah, we pay ahead of time for the trash and then we pay the month
Yeah.
before for the fuel.
Fuel,
Yeah,
yeah, okay.
yeah.
But if you saw on the bill, that's all it is.
I just want to verify.
Before she'd have that carryover. No, she doesn't.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve, check number 3812 to 3847. And the electronics, it would be 30 to 33.
29.
Oh, 29 to 33, because that one's gonna be voided. Okay. Yeah, so 29 to 33 with a total of 86,986 and 19 cents.
What check number? Say it again.
3812 to 3847.
For a second?
Was the difference on the EFT 2904.58?
It was,
Yeah.
So shouldn't it have been 55 cents at the end? 986.55,
2904.58, didn't you say 0.58?
Should have been
right?
So it should be minus
978.78
74.20.
minus
58.
2904.58,
This
74.20.
This was BSNA. That's,
So if you do 87,939 minus 74.20,
It should be 87,060.
70.
No, because if you look at the 87,939, it minuses 878. You see that for the voids?
yeah, but
So then your total should
if
be
you take
87,060.
87,939 and you subtract the 74.20.
No, you do the 87,060 minus the 7420.
Well, you can. do-
Tomato,
Yeah,
right? 87,060, that's
0.65
65,
minus
Subtract
7420.
74.20 off of that,
Yeah,
and you're at 986.45.
What'd you get? Angie, you got 19.
I did get 19.
Well, then, yeah, if you're, you said 45. Well, that would make sense.
You got
That's
it tw-
65
you got it
minus
twice?
20. Yeah, 65 minus 20 is 45.
So it's 45 then?
45.
Yes, so I changed my motion to 45. That's
All right. Now is there a second?
I'll support.
Any other questions, answers, anything?
No.
Okay, Berenger,
Yes.
Duncan,
Yes.
Dudek,
Yes.
Christie, no. Keelman,
But no,
excuse me.
no,
Okay, motion carried. Ordinance officer report. Not off the presses, so I didn't get.
Which I wish you'd give it to us a little sooner, because this is like,
Well, I wish he would too.
every time we're like trying to read it all right now.
I know.
He's got on here that they're in the business of finalizing details for that wine tasting in the city of Port Huron. But Mike told me something about on Facebook, he had something about joining up with some golf course.
that's the same place.
Is it the same place?
Yeah.
Struggling with making payroll.
In this Crawford, the reoccurring one, Tracy showed, did he show you that too, Judy?
No, I
Put
haven't.
pictures and he did big circles around everything that is considered blight. So he was gonna give him a copy of that and tell him, because every time he cleans it up and it goes away, he starts again.
What happened about seeing if they have a trash? Was anyone trying to get proof of that too from the winery?
Yeah,
No?
yes, he was trying to get proof of that. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so he's getting verbal.
Yeah.
Proof, but nothing real.
Okay.
So I don't believe that he has separate trash pickup.
And that's why I know Brett has mentioned before that they have a lot of stuff there.
Cause he keeps saying that he does, but
Has he ever driven by and like taken a picture of how much trash there is? Is it out on
you
Friday?
know,
that
I
there
think he has driven by and said there was like 20 bags out there or something. It was in one of these reports.
And I thought, yeah, I thought so, but I thought in the contract, it was only X amount of bags.
That's true too, but. You know, they've been pretty lax on enforcing.
They probably got
stuff.
scared of us.
But That's a
We're like,
that's a double-edged
Well, I know,
sword.
because, you
I know, right? Going from one extreme to another.
The guy down the road must be like cleaning out his house, cause he has mountains every Friday and they take every single thing.
Right, well, we had a rocky start with them and so,
Yeah, that wasn't.
But still, businesses are supposed to have separate trash pickups.
And is it dumpster related? Like, is it like they would need a dumpster?
Well,
Or is it like they just come and get the trash, you know? Cause I
Well,
would
if
assume
you-
dumpster, you know what I mean, for a
If
business.
you're a residential, or I'm sorry, if you're a business, a commercial, you're supposed to have an enclosed dumpster. But
Exactly.
he's not allowed to have commercial on his
Okay,
property.
yeah, yeah.
So it's, there again, it's one of them areas.
But people do have dumpsters at their house, you know?
Right, I mean, it could be done, it just. It's up in the air right now because of where it's going, so I don't have the answers right
Okay.
now.
Have you heard from the attorney on that
I
letter?
have,
Like that.
we're in midstream on that.
Okay.
When we get something solid, I'll send it to everybody.
Okay.
Okay, unpermitted pond. So on this illegal grow, the electrical was
Oh, Bob.
pulled. So whenever they hook it up correctly, that's when it'll get okay.
I mean, wouldn't you think that'd be like a double the bill? Or something like that,
For what, the electric?
yeah, you
Oh, yeah,
know,
they suck
kinda-
a lot of electric.
you think they would, we should double the bill on, you know, kind of like a. Somebody builds, you know,
Oh, you mean charge? the
yeah,
big fee?
yeah, to double the bill, you know, but I don't know.
9620,
Yes,
the township at a minimum will request that the tree limb be removed from the tree to prevent further scrapping activity involving the chain fall. Can we do that?
I don't know, but he's gonna ask. That guy,
Wow.
he's got a chain fall hanging in a tree and sometimes there's a snowmobile hanging there, sometimes there's a car hanging.
I've seen him flipping a car with it.
I don't know if you can make somebody do that or not, but it is frustrating that you keep seeing that.
When was that court agreement?
Um,
Was that a while? ago?
probably last summer.
Because I don't remember when we.
And he cleaned up for a short period, so, but now it's back to looking terrible
Yeah, I saw the picture.
this quickly.
Like,
I didn't
taxes paid, so.
See it on here. What happened to the one at the corner of Crawford and Withy? The animal hoarders. There was stuff all over on the last report. It's a white barn.
Yeah, maybe their 30 days is not up for re-inspection. Depends on how it fell.
Well, there's a couple on here.
I'm working with Justin to make sure that those notices automatically get produced. Because I don't want stuff falling through the cracks.
Crash it in short. Crash it next to the smokehouse.
Yep, I know letter went out for that.
9185 Crawford,
Yeah.
and then there's a 8201 short. Oh, that's the short road one.
8201 short.
That's, is not the
I
short
think
one.
it's 9185. I think that's right.
What was the other one?
I got 9185 Crawford, letter sent regarding general blight, including unregistered vehicles and trailers on the property as well as illegal burning. 9620 Crawford, oh, that's him, okay. Then there's Rattle Run, Arlington Road. And the 8201, that's. the
Grass
people-
it short, he's just leaving a trailer there now.
Yeah, but it's still there. The camper or the,
The camper's there and the trailer portion of the truck, but he's taking the truck home. So who told him that that would be okay?
Nobody told him that would be okay.
yeah, that's, maybe he's getting the truck worked on somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he's thinking. He can just leave the trailer in another truck. Like a loophole.
So just keep an eye out and see how them proceed. Anything else on that? Motion to file?
I'll make a motion to file the
Oh, right.
report.
Somebody support.
Nobody did.
I'll second.
Christie, yes. Dudek,
Yes.
Duncan,
Yes.
Berenger,
Yes.
Gilman.
Yes.
I'll send the report.
Who made the motion for the last one?
Motion to file?
I'll make a motion to
Right.
file assessment report.
Oh, did you make a motion? to
Sorry.
file, Brad?
You did.
I'll second.
Duncan,
Yes.
Christie, yes. Berenger,
Yes.
Gilman,
Yes.
Dudek.
Yes.
Okay, reinspection fees. So, I know that we just ratified the fee schedule, what, a month or two ago? But I didn't find anything, and anybody correct me if they did find something that particularly addressed reinspection fees. Of what the person, it says what would be collected from the homeowner or the permittee, but it doesn't say what the inspectors would be paid. And there's a difference of opinion. I just want to get it cleared up. One person thinks that they should get the entire amount, and the other person thinks that they should get the same that they get for regular inspections, which is 75% of the fee.
Well, we've had nothing in writing ever, but it was always understood that they got the full amount, but Tracy talked to Bob or Tim, and they said they were fine with the 75% because you raised the reinspection fee, so it ends up.
And it's permit fees too.
Yeah,
Permit fees
well, the
and
permit-
reinspection
And there's no reason they should get paid more for a reinspection than they do for a regular inspection. I don't think.
Matter of fact, when Tracy brought it to the board, he had discussed that they shouldn't get paid more for a re-inspection, because then it starts to look
But we never put anything in writing, and the only thing we had in
Like
writing
they're
was his contract.
deliberately turning it down to get more money for the re-inspection.
Right, so what I just want to do is get a motion on this up or down, so we get it on file.
I'll make a motion to approve the permit fee dispersal,
How did you say that? Approve what?
permit fee dispersal.
Okay.
Got on here.
I'll support.
Hey, Duncan,
Yes.
Berenger,
Yes.
Gilman,
Yes.
Christie, yes, Dudek.
Yes.
All right, good deal. Workshops. I don't have any paperwork on it, but I did talk to Dave Struck.
Can't talk about it
Excuse me?
because there's no paperwork.
Oh.
It's your role.
But it's
I'm just joking.
Grant me 30 seconds.
I know, right?
So there will be spring and fall workshops this year, and we'll be getting paperwork within the next month.
Are we going to make it mandatory like you suggested last month?
I say
Maybe we could vote on it next month. but
we could vote on it right now if you want.
I just.
That ZBA members have to attend. Is that
Well,
what you're
because
thinking?
our concern is, like I said before, Diane will go to those, Stan will go, but nobody else has ever gone to those, so it's hard to.
And so are they gonna have a couple choices?
Oh.
But they may say, oh, I can't make that one, you know,
No,
so.
it's not like that. It's
Okay.
a workshop, it's this day, and the
Okay.
way it used to be is they had different subjects that
Well,
they
I
could go
don't know
over.
why they wouldn't want to learn how to do it. If somebody's volunteering to be on a board, you would think they'd want to know what to do.
I
You can
agree.
assume, but but I, you know, I-
Like you give them that handout. And, but still, sometimes You go to
Yeah,
those.
I'll give them anything I got in my,
And how will they be
ABCA file, I
paid
don't
for
care.
that? Because
excuse me,
will they get
They
paid?
always
Because they
got
get paid by the meeting. They don't get paid by,
They got paid for
Hour.
the meeting.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they
So
got
how,
paid like they went to a meeting.
so they get paid like they're going to a meeting then? Okay.
I would,
Meeting in
You know, because we never,
And mileage,
I would
right?
think,
Yeah, we always paid them for going.
so, do we want to make a rule that it's mandatory for ZBA to go to trainings? that
I
are
just
planned?
feel it would be to their advantage. You know,
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
You want to do it for the planning commission too, or not?
I mean, we can, but
what do you
well, we
think,
just
Brett,
gotta
on
know that. Well, we're gonna have to decide that too for the pay periods, because ZBA will have to pay them right away.
that?
And
Well,
then
we're
planning
not- let's
commission,
wait Till we get to that section, let's talk.
but this is part of the budget though, you know, so we gotta just think
But
of,
I'm saying,
okay,
are we gonna, what I wanna say is.
when are we paying them though, you know, for this?
But the workshop thing, we wanna know, what do you think about the planning commission having?
That'd be good. Got 3 new people, 3 new slash.
it would be good for them
Be good.
to learn this stuff. I
Mhm.
mean, those are always good. And you have, when you get there, there's always a choice of this session or that session,
Right.
the early session, this session or that session of the late session.
Yeah, I think it makes sense for him to go.
And is there any repercussion if they don't?
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. And if they don't, there's really nothing you could do, but,
Yeah.
we want to say that it's required because we don't want them.
I
just
think
to
if you tell them
blow
it's
out.
required, but you're getting paid for a meeting, right? And it,
And
well, obviously the
mileage.
thing's covered. Why not?
Somebody make a motion on that.
I'll make that motion. That the planning and ZBA members have to attend the workshops.
At least one a year or both? 'Cause if you
I'm
said
just
there's
gonna
one in
ask
the
spring
fall,
and fall, or just spring, or one.
or put in there
Maybe
that
both.
you have
I
to
would think both.
Yeah.
Both.
do both and put in there, you gotta have a damn good reason to the supervisor to not go.
So we're gonna put planning and ZBA
Planning and
members
ZBA
required
required,
to attend. Attend.
spring and fall
And fall
workshops.
workshops. By the,
At county. At county planning. With pay
and mileage.
for meeting and mileage. A second on that?
I'll support.
Who made the motion?
Brett.
Brett.
Gilman. Okay. Christie, yes. Dudek,
Yes.
Berenger,
Yes.
Gilman,
Yes.
Duncan,
Yes.
carried. Okay, it's VBA and planning commission pay periods. So the planning commission unanimously said, leave it at the end of the year. ZBA. There was 2 that want to get paid every time, 1 that didn't care. I think there was 2 that didn't care. And then one of them I didn't get an answer from.
I want to say, because there should be 6 of them, yeah,
There's 5
and an alternate.
and an alternate. So, all right, 2 did not answer, 2 said they didn't care, 2 wanted it every time.
Well, that's kind of.
Yeah, that makes it
Kinda.
difficult to decide.
So
Cause I
I-
mean,
well, on that one, I'm gonna say, since 2 don't care and 2 want it, let's just let them get paid the month following whatever meeting,
Stan get paid, I'll pay Stan too.
the month following the meeting.
Yeah. that makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's fine.
Okay, so planning commission, we're gonna, we need to make a motion on this.
Yeah, ZBA. To,
Planning commission pay in December, ZBA after each hearing.
ZBA to be,
A month after
So
the,
how are they going to notify you?
yeah, they're gonna have, we're
You
gonna have
know.
to come up with some sort of,
they're gonna have to turn in their
I
paperwork.
said, there's gonna be something
Just
that,
like
you know.
anybody else would to get paid. Wouldn't you think?
well, I
If
gave
they're too
Mike,
lazy to turn in their paperwork, they wait till the following month.
Yeah,
You know, when it,
make a form
that's-
for all of us to sign
that's gotta
date
be on
when we
them.
come to the
No,
meeting,
I agree completely, yeah.
and that would.
Cause then for
cover us.
mileage,
I don't
they need to
know.
have their
I shouldn't-
mileage sheet.
yeah,
too,
shouldn't.
You know, once again.
like I had that one sheet, if we can just update it, maybe Mike can update
Yeah,
it.
that sheet needs to be fixed,
But
yeah.
yeah, but.
It needs
I-
to say ZBA, not
Yeah.
scratched out, correct year and everything.
Well, then I think everybody should have their own individual one
You can
because
have
if
Mike
they're,
print something out. like-
yeah, because if they're
Yeah, if you
gonna
want.
charge
Well-
for mileage, everybody's mileage is different.
Right, and then can be put right in the packet for any ZBA meeting.
Oh, you mean when he mails it?
Yeah,
to
why
me?
not?
That's-
Yeah, that
that's
would
true.
work.
Yeah, and then make sure we'll put a note on that thing that we need a map
This
to
needs
go
to
with
be,
it.
yep, filled out, send in, so. I'll have to go over that with Mike to make sure that that happens correctly. For this meeting, we'll just have to hand out the paperwork at that meeting,
Yeah.
but
I mean, like Stan said, you could sign one sheet for this one because everybody who shows up, it's just gonna be for that one meeting and after this, we'll do it.
so ZBA to be paid monthly. Paid month after meeting. For. Meeting. And mileage
With map.
with map. And then planning commission,
Paid in December.
stay. The same. Paid once per year. In December.
Did somebody make that motion?
No, nobody made it. That's what it's gonna read, though. CBA to be paid month after the meeting for meeting and mileage with map. Planning commission to stay the same, paid once per year in December. Does anybody want to make that motion?
I'll make it.
And I'll support.
Okay. Duncan,
Yes.
Berenger,
Yes.
Gilman,
Yes.
Christie, yes, Dudek,
Yes.
carried. Okay, IT time blocks. So. Before we look at the price, I want you to look at this baseline risk assessment. I don't know if any of you thumbed through it or anything,
I didn't understand.
but page 4 tells the story. Our risk score is 90. And you want it as close to 0 as possible. So we're like way high on the risk scale. And then page 3 tells all the stuff that they checked out. And you basically go through here and then it tells how they scored everything.
Did he give you the backup for this stuff?
Excuse me,
Did he give you the backup information that goes with these?
what do you mean?
Like page 5, right? 150 points for inactive computers at
That
15
one,
points.
he did email me on that and he's like, okay, well, let me know who I need to take off. And it's like treasurer 002. And I'm like, I don't know who, I'm like, I don't want to take them off if I don't know who they are,
Right,
you
because
know?
he's saying there's 10 computers that are
Yeah.
inactive. How can we have 10 computers inactive?
Yeah,
I
that-
told him, I'm like, I need to know the names of what we have.
How many
And
computers
then
do
we'll
we
let you
have?
know.
And here's the thing,
That's,
2 of the laptops
1,
are the election
3,
ones.
4, 5,
There's all kind of
7, 8,
computers that
9. What do we have? 10, 12 computers?
at least,
So how are 10 inactive?
well, there's a,
I don't know. As I told you, he sent me that list and I'm like, I don't want to say take off treasurer 002. I don't know who they are. I need to know what you're
But if-
speaking of
If
specifically.
10 computers are inactive, the next one is they haven't logged in.
Yeah,
Does
there
it
was
remain 30
users,
days?
there was Roland,
11.
there was Roland. He only showed me 4
That
users.
doesn't include our notebooks.
Okay, so the notebooks count as computers,
Okay.
right? The ones down in the basement probably count as computers. There's election computers, there's all the computers we use
And
and
like
stuff,
my deputy, she hasn't been here since election day, so that one hasn't been.
hasn't
logged
been
into.
used.
And then at
So-
one time, Phoebe, you had 2 computers
Mhm.
Okay, but the,
and so did assessing.
so here's the story on this baseline risk assessment is they found a whole pile of problems. Some of those problems are going to be paid for just by a matter of the contract we have with them. And it'll just be a matter of them wiping stuff off, cleaning up our files, that sort of thing. There's also some things that gotta be done where their hardware is going to have to be changed. And that's going to cost money. And so,
For what hardware? Like, do you have an example?
do I have an example?
Yeah, I feel like we buy so much computers.
Let me look.
We gotta get something else.
Maybe like mine doesn't want to accept the scan.
All right, so, yeah, an example would be of an upgrade of, like, there's a page here, page 11 tells it, there's some that are Windows 7, some that are Windows 10, Windows 10 Pro. There's
Those could be
operating
old
system.
Those
computers.
might be the ones in the basement.
Yeah.
All right, but we don't know right now which ones those are which.
Mhm.
They could be the ones in the basement. That one up there at the window might be one of them. We don't know that we want to upgrade
I
that.
thought everything's Windows 10. I thought we
Yeah,
did
I
all
thought
of
we-
that.
That one there, I'm sure is not Windows 10.
I thought we had to
We
get
have
all
a new,
new
no,
ones
it's just the
because,
monitors different.
yeah,
You sure?
yeah,
Yeah, 'cause I thought we had to do that.
Yeah,
we
we
had
What
to,
computer was that?
we had to, that was what, maybe 3
We
years
just didn't
ago?
get a new monitor. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, see, I don't know which one.
Yeah, because the only ones we didn't have to replace were mine and my deputy.
All right, well, here's an example. If they move the server and all that equipment that's piled on Angie's desk, that's gonna cost money for the physical moving of it, running the lines, putting the shelving or cabinet up, whatever. I mean, there would be an example of something
Yeah.
we're just gonna have to pay for.
And they do their own wiring too, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, nice.
so I wasn't prepared for that question. I'm sure there's other things here. He just explained it to me and said, that, oh, like, here's another one. He said that we have a bunch of switches. A switch is, one of those little boxes with the wires that plug into it, like Ethernet plugs. And then he said that we have a bunch of them around here, when in real life, a normal company would have put in one big switch.
I know what you're
That was a
talking.
quality one. And he said, these are like the cheapest ones known to man, and one of them fails, it's gonna cause the whole system to not work, and they're gonna spend a day here trying to figure out which one it is.
I think those are on top of my file cabinet, because remember they
Yeah,
had
you
one,
have,
there's one that had like 8 ports.
and there's one in
that's-
my office, and there's one in the assessing office, they're all over the place. And they're just little switch boxes. That he said all them gotta be removed. Because they cause fragility of the system. It could be
Well, pretty much it's fixing a problem before it happens.
well,
Yeah,
he said
and a
that,
bigger problem.
It's like a surge protector or something.
no, it's like a splitter kind of.
Okay,
It's kind of like a splitter where, there's not enough places to plug in, so they just put another box there and plug some stuff in. And then there was not enough stuff to plug in here and.
so it's
Those,
like running a long extension cord and losing amps and
yeah,
in that kind of ball.
but he said that different things. Cause you to be more vulnerable than others. And at this point, we don't know what. Has got to be charged for and what doesn't got to be charged for, or what is part of the contract, what's not part of the contract. So the long and short of it is he wanted to sit down and go over a plan of attack to get us more closer to zero. But then at the end of the year, he came up with this time block thing. And if you buy different hours of time block, they never expire. They just sit there on account, so you could use them this year, next year, 5 years from now. So once you pay for it, you own that time block of hours. And you get a certain amount off of the labor rate, which we thought, I asked everybody to weigh in on this, so, because I had to tell them before the 31st of December to be able to get it. I can always cancel it now if you don't want to buy any hours, but I could not ask for it tomorrow if we already let the date go by, is what they said. So I tentatively ordered 50-hour time block. It's $25 an hour off of the regular price. If you're so inclined to purchase that and let it sit there in the bank and be used up as it gets used up over time, I'm sure sooner or later it's going to get used up.
How do we know the hours that are used? Are they gonna?
Well, we would have to require them to bill us, like, show us how much of our credit we're using up. They would have to bill it like normal.
Like they'd have
And
to
show
say, okay, we came in on the 20th.
We came here, we did this, you used up 3 of your hours, you have 47 hours left, for instance.
Did he feel like a used car guy when he was giving you this presentation?
He was wearing a checkerboard.
I'm telling you, because this was a used car close all day. Did he put his hand on the paperwork and showed it to you? Because he put all this math in here. And like on page 11, total computers by operating system, Windows 7 Professional 8. But on page 13, inactive computers by operating system, Windows 7 8. But he counted those in the score. So now he's driven up all this fear by the score on computers that we don't even use.
Well, and we don't have to buy this.
Okay, here's my question.
And then the part that's disgusting is that, well, you have to do it right now. If you don't do it now, it's going to cancel. It's going to go away. You better do it.
Right, that's why.
It's like those guys on TV, buy it now because they're going fast.
Yeah. Limited time
Now
offer.
that, how did he determine the number of computers? Could we have a list of, say, what they are? All that stuff in the basement, how do we get rid of that? Because if you had 2 computers and you got rid of one, how does he know though that you had 2 computers?
I know, as I told you, he sent me a list
Well, I
this
know,
long
but
and
I
told me
mean,
to take
where
stuff
did
off,
he-
and I said, I'm not taking anything
Yeah,
off
so where did he
until
come
I
up with
know.
that original list. Is
I
that
don't
the
know.
list that we gave him 5 years ago? when
I don't
we
know.
Had him, remember?
Yeah.
He
I
got
don't
it
know.
from IT Right.
Well, it's showing 19 computers.
He got it from IT Right. He got the information from IT.
So he's saying 19, well, if you count the tablets, that's 5. Election is 7, Phoebe
So
8.
there's 17.
No.
But the
it's-
tablets, I don't even know if he would know what's on those. Operating system, all that stuff. I don't know how he would even know, because those didn't go
Maybe
through
he's not
IT Right.
knowing those. Maybe he's not.
I
knowing
didn't think
those.
he would have been.
Yeah, those
able to
didn't go
count
through
those.
IT Right.
Okay, so. We can not do this, and next year there'll be another season ending one at the end of the year. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, it's only $25 off. That's not a big deal. And we have no idea how much he's wanting us to spend on other stuff to upgrade.
Well,
I can always, go ahead, I'm sorry.
go ahead.
All right, I was gonna say, I can always direct him tomorrow that the board isn't interested in doing that right now. So do all the stuff that is covered under our contract, and then let's see where we stand.
Oh.
And put me together some kind of estimate of what's not covered. And then we'll revisit.
Okay, I was gonna say is. You take one of them items that he claims needs to be fixed right now.
Yep,
If you were to just call him up, would it take him 2 hours to fix it? Versus under the contract, it's gonna take him 3 or 3.5.
we don't know.
My question too is, like, how soon were we supposed to pay this if we agree to this block? So we're not gonna be able to avoid paying them. I mean, we have. to
Oh,
be
then we have to pay for it.
Yeah, we're gonna-
That's what you're doing is you're buying it upfront
Yeah.
and putting it in the bank.
But I mean, we have to pay that tomorrow, or can we pay it in
Well,
February?
Yeah, maybe next month. I don't
Yeah,
know.
well,
Yeah, he sent me 11 PCs that are inactive.
but
There was building, treasurer, clerk, deputy clerk, supervisor, 001.
There's real no way, all these issues he claims he needs to
Yeah.
fix.
Okay.
How
well,
much time, did he give you an estimate, how many hours to fix all of this?
He did not.
You know, is it gonna take more hours under the contract and if you pour it outright?
Oh, I get it. Are they gonna charge more hours because we have banked hours?
Yeah,
It's possible.
So,
Yes, that's a matter of trust.
and the thing is, it's probably pretty difficult to gauge how long some of these things will take.
Right. All right, well,
I'm realistic. I've seen guys come out and work on things and we think they're gonna only be there an hour or two, and sometimes they're there for 3, you know. My son just had his fridge fixed. They were
Alright.
there for 4 hours.
so what do you want to do? Yay or nay?
I don't know. I mean, to me, it's not like we don't have, money to, I mean, obviously, if we're looking to keep them for a long time, we're gonna have computer problems in the future. Obviously, it's inevitable,
I know, you're saying like, we're saving how much?
Saving $25 an hour.
So a total of
So
$1,200,
And
$1,250.
at some point, this is gonna get used.
Exactly. It's not like and it doesn't mean we have to fix these problems that they're telling us. It just
there's-
means that,
And my guess is their fees aren't going to go down.
exactly, especially with inflation and everything. I mean, I don't have a problem paying the block. It doesn't mean
Well, you're banking your money, is all you.
Exactly. It doesn't mean we're looking to do all of this stuff right away. We're just looking to do the time blocks. So I don't know. I don't have a problem with it.
I don't either.
Well, you could potentially save more than $25 an hour. You're right, because what if 2 years from now, you haven't used any of those hours?
Exactly. Yeah,
And the
it's
rate-
not,
and the rate's
and if
more.
we're not looking to not have them, I mean, we just hired them, so it's not like we're looking to fire them, hopefully not, I mean, is it refundable?
I didn't ask that.
Okay,
We haven't got.
just thinking
I-
off that train of thought.
I just thought of that, you prepay it and the business closes.
That would be another thing.
I guess if you can't.
Our luck.
They've been there a long.
They
time.
have.
All right, will someone make a motion one way or the other?
I'll make a motion to pay the 50-hour time block for $7,250 by saving $1,250.
$7,250, is that what it said?
$7,250. So we'll obviously have to make a budget adjustment when the bill goes in.
We haven't gotten a bill yet. have we?
Oh,
Nope,
that couldn't be a.
we haven't got a bill from them.
Couldn't that
Yeah,
be
they do.
under contingency or something?
Have we budgeted it? You didn't budget anything for contingency this year.
10,000?
I don't think you did this year.
I did.
I thought you didn't this last budget year. I remember thinking that,
I
like,
did.
oh,
You look in there, you'll see it.
I'll support. What else has?
I'm gonna look and prove you wrong.
All right,
They'll be working hard, they'll be working in slow motion.
all right,
So me and
any further
then
discussion?
Brett, okay. No for 50 an
All
hour.
right, do that.
No,
Okay, Christie, yes. Kilman,
Yes.
Berenger,
Yes.
Duncan,
Yes.
okay, Richmond schools taxes, summertime, just need a motion to pay the summer tax,
I'll make a motion to pay the summer tax.
Left. That's my facts.
Elect.
Left.
right? I'm misspoke.
Okay, I'll second.
School year being summer. Summer.
You're right, there's contingency. I was wrong.
Jerry Duncan,
Yes.
Udek,
Yes.
Christie, yep. Berenger,
Yes.
Gilman,
Yes.
okay. Board discussion on other topics. I went to the TAC meeting today at the County Road Commission. We're scheduled for 6 to 7:30 on Monday, February 20th. Whoever wants to go can go, whoever don't. If I just go, I'll bring all the paperwork that I get. And I'll show you next month. what I got.
Start 6.
6 o'clock. At the road commission.
Yep.
Kind of off on that subject, you know how we approved blacktopping Palms Road? Is that,
It's
or the sealing, is that gonna fix the dips in the road? No, because
probably not.
it's just putting a Band-Aid
Yes.
and spent,
It's just gluing it back
It's
together.
a Band-Aid, yes.
should we not do the Band-Aid and just wait and try to
Let the
get,
road fall apart?
no, like try to fix the road itself, like, you know, like do the road itself and get like a, you know, look for opportunities to get, I just don't wanna spend $70,000 and then in 2 years, we're gonna, you know, be like, oh, it's really bad, and now we gotta spend, you know, however much money. That was just, I was
Chip
thinking, like,
seal kind of helped Bauman Road here, I think.
you
Just
know,
depends how bad it is.
I just know that we
Yeah,
haven't done
I
anything,
understand, but
you know.
what you're talking about is a grind and resurface.
Exactly. And that would, and I know that would be a lot of money and we'd have to talk to the road commission, and they look for, you know, whatever, you know, opportunity, match money and all that good stuff. So I didn't know if it's even worth us spending the money to do that right now if
Well, we've
really.
already approved the other one, so I'll
Can you just ask
I'll
them,
talk to
you know,
them about-
you know, maybe we can go back on the motion and instead of
we could
spending a lot of
change
money
it, I
on
guess.
something. You know, just ask
Yeah,
them
I
about it, you
will
know.
ask them, I will.
It's just, it's a lot of money, you know, just to be like, you know, in 2 years, we do spend a lot of more money, you know, so. Yeah,
Right,
ask them about that at the meeting if you could, so.
all right. So I just wanted to bring that up. And then, just something else is, tonight when I came in, I wanted to print off this stuff to hand out. And my printer says, print head fail. So it don't work anymore. My printer's broke.
You had a bad printer anyway. I did not like your,
That one had that line.
That little-
all the
It had
time.
line.
yeah, you need to get like a brother.
Well, I've had-
They're really,
So if
And I've had that one since.
we have this really fancy new IT place that we just paid 50 hours to, can't we just print off the printer? Can't we just
What?
hook your laptop when you plug into the cable where it prints to the printer?
I
To the
printed the
big-
copy.
Or a copier.
machine, yeah.
I,
They do
yes, I do print to that.
Oh,
I can print to that.
okay.
I can just toss mine. It don't.
That's not easier, isn't it?
you have to get up though.
The only thing is,
Guys want?
it doesn't do color. It's only.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing, yeah.
Mine does color and does Justin's do color?
Yes, now it does, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not an emergency, but it's convenient
Oh, yeah.
and it's good to be able to scan your stuff in. But it's broke anyhow. So. I'll do a little shopping and let you know.
I like the
what-
Brother printers. I think they're party, they're good. I love Brother.
I do,
Yeah,
my HP at home
yeah, they're,
went out and I bought a Brother that's. really
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
And we use a Brother one at the station.
yeah, they're
We've
just
had that
hardy.
one for years. And
Yeah. That's what I got for the taxes. I'm like black and white, just as long as it can weigh them out those taxes, and it's really good, so.
So,
I'll make
that's
a
it.
motion to adjourn.
all right.
Support.
8:49.
And my pen died. Perfect timing. Yeah, it's like these mom pens that my kids get me. Not good ink
All in
pens.
favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. That's that, kids.
Little beans.
Much for coming.
Right. Right, Carol.
Yep.